It's been a week now since President Cyril Ramaphosa announced an immediate ban on the sale and distribution of alcohol. It threw the country into a fury and into a frenzy as it was announced that it was with immediate effect. Some people on social media were obviously questioning, when does this immediate effect start? Is it starting tomorrow or the following day? But whatever the case is, the ban the ban on the sale of and distribution of alcohol is still in effect. That's what we're asking you this morning. What have you been observing in your community since the second ban of alcohol? And remember, we're also in the Free State province today, and we travel to a place called Memel. We've got some responses. Let's have a look. Mutwanamba says, yo, it's cool. There's no noise on our streets, no such accidents on our roads, no cases against women and children abuses. I pray to God. Abram says, we don't have alcohol problems as a nation. The only difficulty here is the unlawful behavior, and there's a norm that everyone is free. Josephus says, in our community, it seems that the taxi industry are the main risk of spreading the virus, not the lack of alcohol. Dirk Lowe says, business as usual. Sellers say from Monday, 750 mils is 40 rand. And a bottle of whiskey will be 700 rand again. And the worst part is the scammers are now going back to their luck, trying their luck again, selling rooibos tea to us. But we'll buy with counterfeit money. So no social distancing, and already there's a lot of positive cases in my community. I'm worried about my people. Homozo says, what I've observed in my hood is that people have resorted to drinking home-brewed alcohol and alcohol-based sanitizers. Deboho says, nothing has changed. People living their lives, people are still drinking. Philip says, in my village, people are still drinking their beers because they have bought enough alcohol before the second ban. We are drinking, no stress, and we've made our own beer called Khadi and Jabula. All right, home is definitely where the heart is, but for those carrying out jobs remotely, as of late, home is also where our office is. For many, this unplanned relocation has meant answering emails, sitting cross-legged on a couch, or even attending Zoom meetings while drinking coffee in the kitchen. This morning, we'll be sharing design tips on how to make your home space even more work-friendly, since COVID-19 has prompted a lot of people to work from home. The Pillow Fluffer is a black female-owned, full-service interior design studio that uses social media to give design tips. Interior stylist and founder of the Pillow Fluffer, Lungile Nkosi, joins us now via Skype to share tips on how to redesign your current home and workspace. Lungile, a very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
For purposes of getting to know you better, how would you describe your own personal interior design style?
Oh, God. I would describe it as eclectic because I like to pull from different inspirations, different styles, different eras. So, yeah, I think I'd call it eclectic.
Eclectic it is. So when designing a room, what is the most important factor for you?
You need to establish what you're going to use the room for. So establish what the room is being used for. So function, as well as what you want to get out of the room.
Okay, and now that most people are working from home, how can they change or even add to their homes to make it more work-friendly?
I think the most important thing is to find a designated space for your work area. So avoid by all means, I know it's cold now, but avoid by all means working from bed. Find a designated area where you can work.
Okay, because I've realized that, most of these interviews that we do via Skype or Zoom, the people have, again, as their background, a bookshelf. It gives that professional look and feel. But then what else would you advise? What designated spot in the home, alternatively, would you advise us to use?
So your kitchen counter is great. If you do have a high stool, kitchen counter is always really great because plug points are nearby. You can use your dinner table, or if you don't have any of those things, you can even use your coffee table. So you just use a low, like an ottoman of some sort, and you sit on the floor and you'll use your coffee table.
Okay. I'll definitely take that coffee table option and we'll see whether it works. Well, what's the best way then to keep your home still warm and peaceful while creating room for work as well?
Color is a really, really great way of introducing multiple functions in the space.
Okay.
So you can use things like yellow, elements of yellow. Yellow is a productive color, creative, so that will push your creativity. But at the same time, it has calming elements to it as well. Pot plants are great because it adds nature. It brings nature into your space. It brings some sort of balance as well, and it just encourages a very healthy work environment.
What about a combination of colors? Because I've seen that in some rooms, there's different colors. One wall has a certain color and then the opposite wall has a different color. Does that work?
It does work. What that's called is an accent wall. So your accent wall will have a separate color to the rest of the house. So it works pretty well. And it's great because it defines the space quite a bit.
Right. And what are the big don'ts that you wouldn't advise any client on?
Okay, definitely not working from bed. Yeah, that is just a complete no-no because your bedroom is supposed to be your downtime. And if you're bringing work and stress into your bedroom, then it's definitely going to affect your sleep. And as interior designers, we like to work with your mind and how you function in a space. So definitely don't bring your stress to your bedroom.
Point taken there. So what's a good way then of perhaps using light in the room, especially for those Zoom and Skype meetings?
Okay, great. So an inexpensive way of using light is changing your light bulb. It's quite phenomenal what a change of light bulb can do to a space.
Okay.
So you have different kinds of light bulbs. You have warm light and you have like a natural daylight. Natural daylight is what I'd recommend the most because it's a good amount of brightness. It's not too harsh, but it makes the room look clear and clean. And yeah, it's an easier light to work with, really.
Okay, just before I let you go, Lungi, what's the current trend now that would definitely work for any modern home?
Current trend is going back to natural living. So they call it slow living. And that's basically introducing more nature into your home, natural colors, natural materials, just to encourage being grounded and close to nature, really.
Okay. Yeah, just speaking of nature, would you advise homeowners to invest in, pot plants?
Absolutely. I know a lot of us may not be, have green fingers. I know I don't. But what's really great about it is that it gives a sense of achievement when you're able to grow your plant. It's encouraging. And it's just great to have extra life in your space. It has positive impact on your mental and emotional health, really.
Lungi, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for sharing your tips with us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff, good stuff. We just spoke to interior stylist and founder of the Peel of Fluffer, Lungi Lenkosi, on ways to design your homes to make it more fitting while working from your own home.